G'day guys, this is Big T, super excited. I've got the 2020 Plus Mazda Bt50 in the workshop today, and it's going to be fitted out with the brand new Rockarmor GT Bull Bar. Here it is guys, the GT Bull Bar made by Rockarmor for the 2020 Plus Mazda Bt50. Now this bull bar is designed to be a complete bumper replacement. It's got heaps and heaps of features built in. Let's go through, check out what it's got. The number one feature with this bull bar is that it's ADR compliant, so all the safety features are built in, so they work in with the vehicle to keep you guys protected when you're off road or on road. We've got the sensor hole provisions, we've got the high limb jack mounts there, you've got the bumperettes on the front there. It's winch compatible here, so we've got this plate on the front which is removable if you want to put your fair lead on the front. If not, you can leave it on. And one other thing, it's a really sleek design, so it's going to really fit up nice and hug with your vehicle. So this is the all new LED fog lights, park lights and the angel lights that are built in. So if you see the fog light there, it's actually a fog light plus a daytime running light built in. Let's go to the bottom here and check out what we have underneath the vehicle. So the Rockarmor GT bar comes standard with the rated recovery points for any recovery that you guys need. And then it's finished off with a really nice Rockarmor bash plate to protect the vehicle from underneath. So it's got the provisions on the top here for the lights. So this is the Rockarmor 8.5 inch light which I'll be fitting to this vehicle today. And they just sit just in there, which finishes it off really nice, and it's going to give you that extra light that you need at night. A great feature is this texture coating on the front here, which is going to protect the bar whenever you guys are off road. It's actually a special formulated powder coat which is made in America just for Rockarmor. Now it's the exciting part. I'm just going to strip the vehicle down to the chassis, and then I'm going to go step by step just showing you guys how easy it is to fit the GT Bull Bar to the vehicle. The front of the vehicle, right down to the chassis there. I've got my fitting kit all out. So this is the cradle. It's a one-piece cradle, and that's basically going to go straight onto the chassis there. We've got two mounting points on each side. Then we've got our reinforcement brackets, which are going to sandwich together as so on the back of this reinforcement. And then I'm going to mount up my recovery point. I've just laid out all my nuts and bolts here. You'll see this little bracket here, that's for your foldable number plate holder. You may use it, you may not. All right, let's go ahead and get the cradle on the vehicle. So I've just got the factory bolts here. They've already got the spring and the flat in there. So I'm just going to mount one on each side just to hold it into place. Then I can go ahead and get my fitting kit and start mounting it up. So I've got the winch cradle there in place. Now I'm just going to get my reinforcements. So they're basically going to sit like this. This is for the passenger side. As you see, this large cutout on the outside is on the top. On that side it's on the inside. And they're just going to slide over the chassis. So I'm just going to hold it in place using the larger bolt there. And then flat spring nut on the back. So I've got the mounting kit for the side here, there for the rear. So the lower mounting point is the larger bolt, and then the top one is the smaller bolt. You'll also see in your kit one of these plates. You'll see this top hole there threaded. I'm going to insert the smaller bolt through the top hole and pick up the thread. And then the bottom one's going to go straight through the chassis with a flat spring nut on the bottom there. mounted all those nuts and bolts up there. You see it's really easy. I'm just going to go through now and center the plate. So there's a couple of ways of doing it. One, I've got a ruler and I'm going to go onto the chassis to the outside of the plate and make sure it's the same on each side. Or you can get your tape measure and go from the body out to the front there and make sure you've got the same on each side and just go through and tighten it up. So in the kit you're going to find this little Z bracket, and that's to replace this little bracket that we've removed from there. So it's going to mount up as so, just to hold the light back into place and to hold the guard into place. So that's all in place there. It's all level, squared up. Now if you're going to be mounting a winch, this is the time to do it. So you've got your 4 mounting points just there. Mount the winch on, bolt it up. But just before I put the bull bar on, I'm going to cut these inner guards. So you see how they hang down there? I'm just going to trim it in line with the bottom and just remove that section. It's going to make it a little bit easier for myself later on. So I just come to this side here and just see how I've trimmed that all the way back. And then I'm going to put a nut and a bolt through this mounting point just to hold it into place, take out any vibration. In the fitting kit, you're going to see some pinch weld there. So that's just for the side wing, just so when it marries up with the vehicle. In the fitting kit, you've got your 6 longer coarse thread bolts. So just get those ready, put a flat washer, then get the flat spring nut ready. So I'll be using these three mounting points there, 3 on each side. I'm going to mount the bull bar over, and then I've got one more hole here right at the end. That's just a locator hole, so you can drill a hole through the bar and just tighten that up. So I'll be mounting, it's a preference, but I mount my bolts from the outside in, and then I put the flat and the nut on the inside, just so when I tighten it up, it tightens up really well. So I've got the factory grill there. You've got the template inside the kit, so just put it up on the bottom there, mark up with your tape and cut your grill. So I've cut the factory grill there. We've got to mount it in place before we put the bull bar. I've cut a little bit shorter there, but that's still enough to clear the winch. We can cut one more up if you like to. I've got the bar in place there, all my nuts and bolts in place. So what I'm going to do now is just lift the bar up so it sits just underneath the headlights there and flush with my guard, and then tighten it up. With the wiring, just remove it from your factory bar and then get it installed onto the GT bar. Now, it's better to use an auto electrician to get this part done, but if you're a bit savvy with the wiring, it just connects, the factory harness just connects straight up to your factory lights there. You've got your color codes there. Your yellow is your indicator, your black is your negative, and the white is your parker. So once that's all wired up, it just plugs straight back into the vehicle. Rockarmor spotlights, so I'm just going to mount them up and they're going to sit in the holes that's provided there. Okay, so I'm just going through, I've got my harness there. I'm just going to tidy it up, cable tight to the bar, clean that up. Then you see we've cut that earlier on there, so that's a nice finish. Now I'm just going to trim it down with the bull bar across and cut it down to give us a nice finish. Then I'll be fitting up my dash plates. The nut certs are already in place, so it just makes it easier. Just put the dash plate up there. How easy is that? So I'm just going to go on, put my sides. Once my sides are on, I'm going to put the center in place. Here it is, guys, the GT bull bar and the Mazda Bt50. Really nice finish. It really tucks in close to the vehicle. So all you guys out there that have got to park your car in the garage and worry about extra room, if it's nice and snug, wraps really nice around the vehicle, contours perfectly, gives you that really sleek, modern finish, what we're after. Just to top off your adventures out there, you have this really sleek bash plate, which is going to give you maximum protection on your approach angles and your departure angles. You've got your rated recovery points there, so if you do get stuck, you know you've got yourself covered. We've maximized your approach angles, so we've trimmed the bar right down. As you see there, you have maximum clearance just to get you where you need to go. These bars are now available at any stockist of Rockarmor, so head on down guys, and I'll see you guys on the track.